Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer. I'm here to give a shout out to Alyx. That's just Alyx, A-L-Y-X. And if you're reviewing wrestling, I gotta just give you a little bit of warning because we got 10 years in, and the next time you review one of my matches, I gotta say, hopefully you give me a good review, because if not, I will find you, I will come through this screen and maybe put you through a barbed wire flaming table. So everyone, give Alyx a lovely shout out. And Alyx, I hope your reviews are hardcore. I hope your reviews are old school. I hope your reviews are extreme.
Hello all, and welcome to Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. You already know who it is. It is your host, Alex, just Alex, and we are here to review AEW Dynamite Grand Slam 2023, what is being dubbed as the biggest Dynamite of the year. Well, it would have been dubbed that if we had the same crowd as we did the first time 2 years ago. It goes without saying that when you return to the same building over and over again, what's most likely going to happen is you get diminishing returns. And despite them having a pretty sizable crowd, I think it was just under 10,000 people in the building. It was nowhere close to the sellout that they got back in 2021. And I think it's one of those things where, even as a fan myself, I have to say it, Tony, it's time to try out different markets. It's time to go different places now. We cannot keep going to the same spots over and over again. And I think that's an issue. That is a massive issue that we're seeing with these AEW shows. He's seeing a diminishing return now when it comes to the audiences because he keeps going to the same spots. He won't test his luck or try out different markets. I mean, the attendances for AEW all around have been low. I mean, to be fair, even with CM Punk there with the Collision shows, they haven't been spectacular, but they've been solid. The biggest one they've gotten is the 81,000 paid attendance, but even that's riddled in controversy because apparently the turnstile count is 72,000. So they sold 81,000 tickets, but only 72,000 people showed up. Like, it gets to a point where you really just start to question, is AEW really doing what they're supposed to be doing? Because I really have to ask the question. The show tonight, when it comes to AEW Grand Slam, for me, strong show. Good show all around. Lots of things happening. Got some heel turns. We got the breakup. We saw the breakup of the Outcasts. The main event was great. Might even say awesome. The outcome, not a fan of. We got new champs. Eddie Kingston won the Ring of Honor Championship in the opening match. Rey Fenix upsets Jon Moxley, although that's riddled in controversy itself. Hopefully Jon Moxley is okay. It's being reported that he suffered a concussion during the finish of that match. When Rey Fenix hit him with the pile driver, he bumped his head on the ring. And we just did a video not that long ago talking about moves that actually hurt in real life. One I didn't put on there is a pile driver. Because usually when a pile driver is done right, it doesn't hurt at all. They feel no pain. If anything else, the person taking it is safe, and the one delivering it feels the pain. They feel the brunt of the bump. But when it's done wrong, when it's botched, it could literally end your career. So Jon Moxley took it head on, and hopefully he's okay. Apparently he walked out on his own 2 feet after the match, so it's probably just a minor concussion. Regardless, congratulations to Rey Fenix for becoming the new champ. Toni Storm easily becoming one of the best things, and not just AEW, but all of wrestling. Love this Hollywood starlet Marilyn Monroe gimmick. It's perfect. She's knocking it out of the park every single time I see her on television. She came up short to Saraya, who retained the championship, but lots of cheating back and forth. One of my issues with this show overall, because I don't think the wrestling was terrible. I think about the first Grand Slam. We got Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega, first time ever, right? And that was a match that, holy crap, we have been waiting for a decade to see, right? So when it happened, without question, people were going to be there. And again, at that time, New York was a new market. That was just literally following the pandemic. So it was perfect timing across the board. And it was the first time that AEW did a big building, did a stadium, and they sold it out. And so it's like all the stars aligned for that particular event. And for me, as good as this show was, I feel like we're progressing backwards. Grand Slam isn't quite hitting as much as that first event. Last year's, what the hell happened last year? Like, I think last year's was good too. But the one thing I remember about that show was Saraya's debut. If I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I just personally feel like I'm still looking for them to get back to the magic they had 2 years ago. And it feels like I'm going to get heat for it. I might turn this into an individual video. But it feels like AEW's magic is starting to wane off. And look, we're 4 years in. We're 4 years into AEW's run. The petal has fallen off the rose. The bloom is off the rose. That's going to happen with any company. And during this time, especially since you lost CM Punk, which I don't care what y'all say, that is a huge blow. A massive blow to AEW. But during this time, we really get to see how AEW adapts. Because when things are not looking good, it's up to administration, the people in charge, Tony Khan, to do what he has to do to keep things interesting. You gotta change it up. Because right now, as much as I'm enjoying MJF and Adam Cole's storyline, everyone involved, including what they're doing with Roderick Strong and his neck brace, great stuff. I'm liking what they're doing with Toni Storm. Eddie Kingston getting his moment, great. I'm intrigued about what they're going to do with Sammy Guevara turning heel and joining Don Callis. I'm conflicted about that. I like the idea of Don Callis and Sammy Guevara, and I like how they set it up. I don't know if Sammy should have been the one to turn heel. I question that. Sammy. We'll have to see. In the main event, great match, by the way. Awesome. I might even say awesome. Is it just me, or do I feel like they missed an opportunity here to put the bet on Samoa Joe? I know people don't like short reigns. I know people don't like it when things don't go as planned, especially in their heads. So a Samoa Joe victory would have basically offset a lot of storytelling when it comes to Adam Cole and MJF. But man, I'm sorry. I feel like this would have been the perfect match to put the belt on Samoa Joe, and they didn't go with it. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and act like I didn't like the show. Please don't get me wrong. The wrestling was good. The crowd that was there enjoyed it. Wasn't a sellout, but they enjoyed themselves. I don't feel like AEW is hitting its best stride. That's the best way I can put it. It kind of feels like we're just taking it week by week. We're not really delivering the best shows we possibly can. We're just kind of floundering. I don't want to say it's plateaued. I don't even want to say it's stagnant. But it feels like we're not really giving our best every single week. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no interest in watching Rampage. None whatsoever. Just like I have no interest in watching Collision. Because they've given me none. Now, I did see that Andrade versus Jay White is happening. I think that match is going to be great. I also saw that Bryan Danielson is taking on Ricky Starks in a Texas Death match. Which, holy shit. Yes, sir. So, you know, I'll DVR it and check it out the very next day. But I'm sorry. I don't feel the need. I don't feel the need to go back and, you know, rewatch some of these shows. And that's the problem. AEW, for those first, I'll even say for those first 2-3 years, going into 2022, had a ton of replay value. Because they were creating moment after moment after moment after moment after moment after moment. It was like they were banging out moments, memorable stuff. Now it's like, I watch the show, and I'm like, well, all right, I don't need to go back and watch it. I think that's a problem. I think as time goes by, AEW is going to start seeing the downsides to this, how I put this? I guess this run of laziness? I don't really know what else to say. Complacency. They're going to see the downsides to their complacency. Now, we still got Wrestle Dream coming up. We got Full Gear coming up, and apparently, just saw this, they're going to do a pay-per-view in December. They're basically going to turn Winter is Coming into a pay-per-view. Which, sure. Well, at that point, I think it's at the end of December, so it's not Winter is Coming, it's a different show. We'll have to see how that turns out. You all know that AEW is looking to get a deal with Max, HBO Max, and that deal will come with 12 pay-per-views a year. Some of you just winced at that. I know. Here's my thing. They kind of already have 12 events a year. New Year's Smash. Actually, that might be the pay-per-view. I just thought about that. That's probably the pay-per-view. New Year's Smash, Beach Break, Revolution. I think it's Fyter Fest, then Double or Nothing. Then Forbidden Door, Fight for the Fallen, All In, All Out. It depends on what they want to do. You can flop them. You can do the same things. Okay, so let's just say they're happening in the same year. So All Out. Then you got Grand Slam, Wrestle Dream, Full Gear. And then if you want to throw in Winter is Coming, Winter is Coming. So what is that, 13? Yeah, personally, remove one, change some of the names. New Year's Smash is trash. No offense, it is a trash name. There you go. Nothing really much has changed. It's just, you're just moving it to pay-per-views. We'll see how it goes. Let's get to the show. Personally, I'm not gonna have much to say other than, honestly, hoping Jon Moxley's doing okay. I'll probably spend most of the time talking about how awesome Toni Storm is. I'll probably spend a little time talking about the main event, because I did see that Adam Cole hurt his ankle running down the ramp. But no one, here's the thing, he hurt his ankle, but no one said he, like, broke his ankle or sprained his ankle. I think it's just a stinger. We'll have to see, because he's supposed to be wrestling at Wrestle Dream, so if he doesn't end up wrestling at Wrestle Dream, then that should tell you that he's actually hurt. So, and someone just told me blood and guts, which, there you go. What is that? That's 14. So remove 2 of them, change some of the names up, bam. There's your pay-per-view schedule. But yeah, like, is it just me? Am I tripping? Am I just tired? Am I burnt out? Like, I thought about that too. Like, I know that my channel just hit 36,000 subscribers, but there's a side of me that feels like I'm not hitting my stride in terms of the live streams, in terms of the viewership. I compare myself to my cohorts, the Solid Monsters and the JDs, and even Good Mic Work. And I noticed that my views don't match theirs. I'm aware. I'm self-aware about that. You guys still show up. You guys still support me because you believe in this channel. So I'm not going to quit. I'm always going to look to be improving. And I think with the way things are looking for me, I am planning on doing some different things going forward. But there's a side of me that feels like the burnout is starting to seep in, and it's starting to affect my enjoyment of the viewing experience. It's starting to make me think that, make me insecure, number one, about what I'm doing, but also make me think that I'm just not that great. But when you watch all this wrestling and you don't get the money or the views or whatever comes with it, it starts to wear you down. Guys, I've been doing this for 13 years now, man. Over 13 years. It's the best job I've had. It's a blessing to be able to do what I do. Not a lot of people can say they make a living off of YouTube and just talking about wrestling on social media. But I do. And I'm grateful for it. But I don't know, man. Like, there is a side of me that feels like, what's missing? What can I improve? You know, I can get a green screen. I can do all of that. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna have to wait and see how things turn out. But people are telling me that probably feeling burnt out. Yeah, that's probably what it is. We'll see. Let's get to the review. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest, y'all. It's a lot. You know, remember, I'm human. Sometimes I just wish there was an answer to how I can get to that particular level. And the best answer is just create content. Create content, build the audience, and just wait. All right, let me go ahead and get the preliminary stuff out the way. Let's pay these bills, sponsorship, shout outs, plugs, and then we'll go ahead and get to everything. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on you. can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexisworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today in Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My Miracle, the remix t-shirt made by It's Janox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is here to offer you the best deals for ticket prices for any event. Wrestling event, maybe some concerts, maybe a football game, maybe a basketball game, wherever you want to go. The sponsorship for SeatGeek is very special to me. You want to know why? Because I have been given the opportunity to give you guys a huge discount. If you use SeatGeek to purchase any of your tickets for any event, and you use the promo code JustAlex, I can get you $20 off. $20. And, oh, but wait, there's more. If you continue to use the promo code for other ticket purchases, it will then turn into $10 off. Hey, the $10 can make a huge difference. So if that's something you're into, let's get a quick word from our sponsor. And then we'll get to some shout out. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlex. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Alright, thank you all so much for being here. You know what to do. Please hit that like button. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Also, show some love to the moderators. Ultra Shout 975 Star Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Khalil does everything, and Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I seem to have worried some of you. We got people saying, Alex, are you miserable? Are you going through some things? Well, yes, I am going through something. Something very personal. I've been going through it for the last few months. It has nothing to do with YouTube. Zero to do with wrestling. If anything, this is what's keeping me from going crazy. You guys, listen. People keep saying it's burnout. Again, it might be. But I don't think it's that. I think it's something else outside of me being a content creator. And for you guys to probably get a good insight, I would have to reveal some of my personal life. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not going to break that veil with you. Not yet. Maybe one day. But right now, please allow me to just do what I do here. Just let me talk about wrestling. It's a lot. It is a lot going on with me right now. Okay? But, oh, man. Sorry. It's... Let's just go ahead and get to it. Super chats are on, by the way. Go ahead and get your super chats, donations in. Let me start from the top. We got Nintendo Porn Company Conspiracy, Dawsey Chatham, Dylan Danger, Gwyneth Pack, Monaco42, The Cerebral Assassin Christopher Carter, Juan Orozco, Mr. Gonzalez, Marcus E, been king of the 7 seas. Resu Spider. Resu Spider. I had no idea what genre that was, but that wasn't the usual. A bit of back bow. Hey, which what I was trying to go for, but where are we? Volterra. John Bill II, the Black Nostalgia Nerd. I'm fine. Don't worry. If I'm up here and I'm doing this video, that should tell you I'm good. Enough to make it work. Damn it. Let me see here. Damn, is it Demyth ASAP? Demyth ASAP. I don't even know how to say that name, bro. You're gonna have to help me with that one. Miss Lauren Biggs, XWF 1000 V3, King of Heckle Mundo. Let's do 3 more. We also got Adam Ritter, A-Ritz, Adam Ritter, Amazing Tribe, and Regito Boy. All right. If I don't say your name, please don't be offended. Not because I hate you. I know I missed a lot of them. I missed from Brown Town, Mr. Robert Brown. Usually get him in there. But you know what? It's probably good that I get in this bed soon. Because the more I think about it, I'm probably just tired. It's been a lot of work for me. So I'll probably be okay by the time you see me on Friday. So don't worry about me. Well, never mind. You're gonna see me tomorrow for Impact, TNA Impact, and then Friday Night SmackDown. So I also think that might be it. I just been live streaming a lot. Just a lot of live streams. Well, it's not gonna stop anytime soon. Sorry, I'm not going anywhere. Cause next week we're doing Wrestle Dream, and then after that we got freaking WWE's pay-per-view, Fastlane. So probably not gonna get the break that I probably should be taking until December, because we got 2 pay-per-views coming up for October, and then 2 more pay-per-views for November. Then December will probably be the month where I can just be like, ugh. But even then, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Arthur Ashe Stadium hosted the 3rd annual AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. And as I said before, it keeps getting lower and lower and lower. The audience attendances are just not keeping up. So I do hope that Tony Khan is looking into new markets for next year. I know you want to stick to tradition. Tradition is great and all, but you're not seeing any returns on this. It's not looking good for you. It's just not, if I'm being honest with you. Try a different place, man. You got tons of stadiums, tons of new markets. Isn't there another stadium in New York? Legit question. Now I'm looking it up. Let me look it up real quick. New York stadiums. They got the Yankee Stadium, right? How big is the Yankee Stadium? Let me see here. Where's the MetLife Stadium? MetLife Stadium is that New York too? Well, wherever MetLife is. I think MetLife is actually New Jersey. Hold on, let me look it up. MetLife Stadium. It's in New Jersey. Okay, that's not... Yeah, all right, see. So I think it is Yankee Stadium, right? Yankee Stadium. What's the capacity for that? 46,000. Yeah, like, honestly, I would have tried... I think they can pack Yankee Stadium. Couldn't hurt. Citi Field. Ooh, Citi Field? What's that? Someone told me Citi Field. What's that? Citi Field Stadium capacity. Same, actually it's 41,000 too. So, personally, like, they might just need to go to different stadiums. Let's go somewhere else, because you're going to the same spots over and over. You're getting a diminishing return. That means people they're not feeling it. So he just needs to change it up. I think if he changes it up, it'll make things feel a little bit new. All right, so Dynamite. Let's just get to it. It was a 5-match card. It made the show actually feel a little bit more streamlined because it was such a short card. Again, I'm not planning on watching Rampage, so we'll probably have to look at spoilers for that. But yeah, I'm happy with the results of the matches. Might not be happy with some of the things that happened during the matches, in particular what happened to Jon Moxley. But yeah, I'm overall pleased with the results. I'm concerned about Samoa Joe's future. That one kind of, not gonna lie, when he lost, I was just like, I kind of wish they would give him the belt. But I understand why they didn't, because the hot storyline right now is MJF and Adam Cole. First match, of course, was Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli, a match that's been built up literally all year. It's a few... excuse me. It's a few stemming back all the way to Ring of Honor, if I'm being honest with you. Just off of a handshake. Claudio never respected Eddie Kingston. He never gave him the respect that he felt like he deserved. Because Claudio just never saw Eddie as a world champ. CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Claudio, John all told Eddie the exact same thing. They look at Eddie and go, my dude, you're just a failure. You never figured it out. You are your own worst enemy. Right? And so, with Eddie, this match was more than just a championship. It was proving himself to this elite class of talent that came from Ring of Honor. And proving that he could hang with them. Doesn't matter whether it's AEW, doesn't matter whether it's WWE, he could hang with them. He's just as good as them. Right? So, I thought the match was great. Probably match of the night, if I'm being honest with you. We'll have to see it, because I don't know. Like, the main event probably will go down as match of the night, but in terms of like the overall match, where I felt like, all right, the ending was exactly where it needed to be, and there was no issues during the match whatsoever. Yeah, in that instance, yeah, I guess that was like the cleanest match. But in terms of match quality, you know what? I'll take that back. The main event was match of the night. But I really enjoyed this match, clearly. And Eddie Kingston got his moment in New York. He finally beat Claudio after hitting the Hurricanes over and over, spamming Hurricane over and over again to knock out Claudio. And he won. Eddie Kingston is now a double champ, the Ring of Honor World Champ and the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Champ. And then afterwards, Eddie Kingston finally got the respect from Claudio that he was looking for. Claudio showed him respect, and then he left. So congratulations to Eddie. Great moment. For him especially, that is an amazing moment to have. And you know what? I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. If they never put the world title, the AEW world title, on Eddie Kingston, it's a goddamn shame. It would be a crime to me if they never gave him the world title. So let's see if Tony gets that one right. Before we get to the next match, they did a backstage segment, a backstage vignette with Adam Cole meeting up with Roderick Strong at the hospital. And next to him are his boys, the Kingdom, Mike Bennett, and who was it again? I literally forgot his name. It was Matt Taven? Matt Taven. All right, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. I was like, who's the other guy? Anyways, Roderick Strong is clearly manipulating Adam. He's not really hurt. He's pretending to be hurt to play with his feelings, to make Adam, really question his allegiance. And it's working. Poor Adam Cole. But it's easily one of the best things, if not the best thing Roderick Strong has done. He's milking it like a pro. It's so good. It's so good. I personally like it. I think it's awesome. Makes me miss Kyle O'Reilly. Is he okay? I miss that guy. But yeah, Roderick Strong is being a complete asshole, manipulating Adam Cole, but he's doing it very well. You can see him just looking all kinds of miserable, laying up in his bed with the neck brace. It's so good. Again, I'm enjoying it. My issue isn't the story itself. I'm worried about the payoff. If the payoff is good, we got nothing to worry about. But I'm worried about that. Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara. This match was... I'll say the match was good. It was good. I wouldn't say it was great. There was a couple of spots in there that they clearly botched. I think Sammy outright missed a super kick counter on the apron, had to do it again. Chris Jericho was a little slow to certain spots. Sammy had to adjust himself like during the match, and it made it very obvious that he got in the spot to take the attack. So chemistry was a little off. I would expect better from these two. Probably going forward, they'll have better matches, but it was good. Chris Jericho won with the code breaker counter to the shooting star press, which was amazing, by the way. Love the finish. But what everybody is talking about is the ending, what happened after the match. So Sammy loses. They sit up, they stand up, and he goes to hug Chris Jericho. And we're getting similar vibes to what happened at WrestleMania 19. By the way, I love that Sammy Guevara came out in Chris Jericho's light-up jacket. That was his entrance. He came out with the LED light-up jacket like Chris Jericho used to do. Great callback. Hoping he keeps that, by the way. He should keep that. That's great. So, Sammy is hugging Chris Jericho like Chris Jericho hugged Shawn Michaels back at WrestleMania 19. And just like what happened to Shawn Michaels, Sammy Guevara then ends up low-blowing Chris Jericho and turning heel. And then you see Chris Jericho drop down to his knees. Sammy pushes his face down. And then out walks Don Callis. And the crowd lost it. They booed the hell out of him. I love seeing Sammy go backstage and running into Daniel Garcia, who's looking like he's going to turn babyface because he needs to. That's been a long time coming. Look, Sammy is a great heel. He has a punchable face, and the heat magnet that Don Callis is will do a great job of making fans hate him. I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that was the right call simply because he's going to be a father soon. Fans were just starting to like him again. It took them a long time to get over Sammy sleeping with Ty Conti, which made fans hate him. It took fans a long time to get over that. It really did. But, damn. I guess they're going to go back to booing him. They're going to go back to booing him now. We'll see. Clearly, this is going to be an ongoing feud building into, I'm assuming, Full Gear, where Sammy should beat Chris Jericho, by the way. Sammy lost this match, and that's fine. Jericho should put him over in the end. If the whole point was to put over Chris Jericho only to have Sammy come out on top in the feud, good. But I'm only okay with Jericho winning here if ultimately Sammy's the one that comes out on top. The next match, I believe, is Jon Moxley versus Rey Fenix. So, another match that on paper should have been freaking awesome. It was just... So, I don't want to knock it because clearly Jon Moxley was concussed during the match. Apparently, he hurt himself during a dive to the outside by Fenix, and that threw him for a loop. So he was already just kind of wobbly. But, you know, he still made a comeback, and they got back into the swing of things. But I don't know. Like their first match, the first match they had, when was that? Weeks ago? In August? It was leading into All In, right? That match was fantastic. So we've seen them have amazing matches. This was nowhere close to that match. Like, go back and watch that Dynamite match. That match was so much better than this match. This was, I'm not gonna lie, it paled the comparison. It was decent. And then the ending where Jon Moxley got concussed after the fire driver, whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it. He was supposed to kick out on the first pinfall. Well, they're calling it the Phoenix driver. Excuse me. He was supposed to kick out on the first count, but he didn't. 1, 2. The referee didn't hit the 3, and it was like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, he didn't kick out. He didn't even try to kick out. I don't know why I hate when referees do that. I'm sorry. Like, fine. It was planned. Everything is predetermined. I know. Clearly, Moxley was not getting up. He was KO'd from hitting his head in the mat. Why didn't you just count the 3? 1, 2, 3. I actually thought it hurt the match when Phoenix picked him up and hit it a second time when Moxley clearly didn't kick out. I hate that shit. I'm sorry. I hate it. It's happening way, way too often. Count the 3 if their shoulders are down. Call the audible. Oh, but it wasn't planned. I don't give a fuck. Know when to count the 3. You're a professional. You know better. But yeah, Rey Fenix is now your new AEW International Champion. Congratulations to him. I hope Jon Moxley's doing okay. Apparently, when he got hurt, he was able to walk out on his own 2 feet, but he is being checked by doctor. He was checked by doctors, and they said he had a concussion. There's a photo on Twitter with, I think it's Orange Cassidy, and then we got Tony Khan, Claudio, Wheeler, and then his wife, Renee, just waiting outside his trailer. So, hopefully he's doing okay. But man, that was scary. Like, we had to think about it this way. One wrong move could have injured him permanently. We have to be careful with how we perceive all this stuff. You know? I don't know. I just hope he's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Toni Storm versus Saraya for the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm, without question, is one of the best things. This Hollywood starlet gimmick, apparently the story is she's completely insane. She's gone absolutely insane after losing the championship. She's lost her mind. And she's descending more and more into madness, which is making her take on this persona, which I fucking love. I think it's great. And I think she's knocking it out of the park. I think easily it's some of the best work she's done, and it's some of the best work in wrestling right now. And her in this match, seeing her play up the character, seeing her go from, you know, on the verge of tears, you know, when Saraya first slapped her, you see the first 3 slaps, you can see her on the verge of tears, and then she just snapped into psycho mode, and then she's laughing because of the pain. The little things like that, I'm like, ooh, this woman's amazing. This is just good stuff. Her entrance was great. You see her do that pose, and she's all in character. You saw her go under the ring, and Ruby Soho was out there. You see her get out the shoe. What was it again? Chin up, tits out, and watch out for the shoe. And watch for the shoe. Got them shoes and started whipping that ass. Whipping that ass. And then she had a stiletto in her pants, in the back of her pants, and distracted the referee, and then used that on Saraya for a nice little near fall. That was great. They had some really crazy near falls in this match. My favorite one, of course, was the HLA spot. You know, the spot where she kissed Saraya. It was the spot where she kissed Saraya. What do you want me to say? Come on now. Toni Storm literally lick-locked Saraya and they hit her with that Storm Zero. I was like, bruh. HLA. HLA. You know, Eric Bischoff was like, brilliant. Then, of course, Saraya almost got her near fall by using the spray and hitting her with the... I'm going to keep calling it the Rampage. It's not the Rampage. Wherever DDT that move is called. Just crazy near falls. In the end, there was that spot at the end where Toni Storm was going to ram Paige's head into the bottom post, but then she couldn't do it. Saraya tried to do it, but she couldn't do it. And then Toni Storm ended up hitting her booty up against the exposed turnbuckle, and then Paige just capitalized with her finisher and pinned her 1, 2, 3. So there you go. Paige is still the women's champ. I would not expect her to lose that belt until Mercedes comes in. So that's it for the Outcast. I gotta say, what did this do? I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was garbage, but overall, like, who did this put over? Who did the Outcast get over? Like, if anything, it was all set up for Toni Storm's new gimmick. We never got the blow-off match. We never got the Outcast versus the AEW Originals. I don't think that really went anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. The only thing that this managed to do was get over Toni Storm. That's basically it. I'm being honest with you, that the storyline didn't go anywhere. Kind of a flop. Main event, of course, was MJF versus Samoa Joe. Before the match, they did a parody on the Bret Hart commercial, the Bret Hart intro, where you see a kid yelling, "Bret!" And then Bret goes over and puts the glasses on his face. Cool! And then he walks away. In this instance, it's a kid seeing MJF. He goes, MJF! MJF goes up to him, puts his scarf over the kid's neck, whispers something into his ear. Whispers things into his ear. I almost pulled a Kurt Angle there. Remember when Kurt Angle said what was that again? He was like, "You're a man, you're a boy, in a man's world. And I'm a man that likes to play with boys." Ah, God! Oh, that promo was cringy as fuck, man. It was so funny. I almost pulled a Kurt Angle there. He whispers something into the kid's ear, and the kid's like, "Dad, I'm adopted?" Yo! Hilarious! Hilarious, man. Oh, man. I thought that was great. Just had to talk about that. Let me see here. I just want to be sure I don't miss anything. I think the only thing left to do is talk about... Yeah, the only thing left to talk about, honestly, is this main event. So, Samoa Joe looked like a monster. An absolute beast. During the entire match, I'm thinking Samoa Joe's going to beat him. I think Samoa Joe is taking this championship away from him. I think Adam Cole's going to come out and throw in the towel. That's what I thought was going to happen. Because he's absolutely destroying MJF. Just absolutely dismantling him. Just straight up fucking him up. And I'm thinking, Joe's winning it. I have a good feeling. And throughout the match, it was just basically Joe. Maxwell makes some comebacks at the end, but overall, it was just Joe. What ended up happening is MJF was about to use the ring, and then the referee got involved, and then Joe hit him with a low blow, and then hit the muscle buster, and I'm like, oh my God! Joe's gonna 1, 2, nope, kick out. I was like, man, I thought that was it. Crazy, crazy good near falls. And then Samoa Joe hooked him in the coquina clutch. And then that's when we see Adam Cole run out. And then he hopped off the ramp. And then he stumbled on the fall, which makes me think he hurt himself. Hopefully he's not injured. But he made it. He was able to walk afterwards. He was just in pain. He's hitting the ramp. He's hitting it just, And MJF finally steps up. He stands up. And then, this motherfucker goes to the turnbuckle, grabs the ring rope, which is what he did to CM Punk in 2022, loved it, and then hooked him, Samoa Joe, in a sleeper, and ended up choking out Samoa Joe exactly like he said. He said, "I'm gonna choke you out." He ended up choking him out. He choked him out. I love it. Choked him out. And he beat him. Great finish. I love that finish. That was so good. And then the show just ends with MJF and Adam Cole celebrating, and Samoa Joe, who lost, shaking his hand. So, I don't like that. I don't like Samoa Joe shaking his hand. But I get why they did it, because Samoa Joe is giving respect to MJF after mistreating him or giving him disrespect on NXT. So, this is just coming full circle. I get that. But still, I wouldn't have shaken it. He didn't... Joe didn't lose clean. That's my thing. Joe didn't lose clean, so he should not have shaken MJF's hand. But he did. All right. This Samoa Joe was great. I wish he would have won, but MJF retains because the story is MJF and Adam Cole. So let's see what happens. I have no idea what MJF is doing for Wrestle Dream now, so we'll figure that one out. Yeah, nothing else to really say here. It was... overall, I thought the event was good. It was a strong event, but I'm not necessarily coming out of this show excited about the future. If that means anything. It was a good show in a vacuum, but it didn't necessarily, get me looking forward to anything in the future.
Take a rest, bro, and come back stronger than ever.
Can't rest right now. I'm not in a position right now to rest. I gotta keep pushing forward, y'all. I told y'all, look, even though I come up here and I vent to you, I'm not doing it as a well, it's me. I'm not doing that. It's just a vent to get it off my chest. I'm aware. But because I'm aware, that's why I gotta work. I gotta keep creating content to get myself in a comfortable position to then be able to take that break. But I can't do that right now. As much as I want to, I can't. But there you go. That was Grand Slam. Good show. Wasn't as good as the first. I just feel like this event's just not... It's not as great as the original show was. The original show was so fucking awesome. This comes nowhere near it. It comes nowhere near it, if I'm being honest with you. So, pray for Jon Moxley. Hopefully Adam Cole's okay too. And you guys have the floor. What y'all in here talking about? Alyx turns heel and dominates YouTube like no other. Is that what I gotta do, is turn heel? Thank y'all for the kind messages. Again, this is not me going, it's hurt. No, that's not it. Alright? This is not for me to have a pity party. It's just me venting. Yeah, so if they can do the Yankee Stadium or the, Citi Field, that would be great. Like, change it up. They gotta stop coming back to Arthur Ashe. Change it up. Do I think Edge and Mercedes Mone are heading to AEW? Mercedes, I think, is a lock. It's 1,000% a lock. Edge, I don't know. Edge could be coming. We'll have to see. Maybe he'll show up at Wrestle Dream. But we'll have to see. I'm not gonna put all my eggs in the Edge basket. But the Saraya versus Mercedes match, I think, is pretty much a lock. If Saraya had lost her match tonight, then I'd probably be on the fence. But the fact that Saraya's keeping the belt lets me know, well, the match to do is Saraya versus Mercedes. For sure. Because that has all the story in the world behind it. So, I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be a great match. But yeah, Mercedes is definitely coming in. Guaranteed. I can't speak for Edge, though. I can't speak for Adam Copeland, but we'll see. Make Grand Slam a pay-per-view and go make it a pay-per-view and go to other markets. Look, what they need to do is go to a different market, go to a different spot, because what they're doing now, going to the same places over and over and over again, it's they're not getting a return out of that. Try a different spot. Alex, I heard they did a few matches on Rampage for Dynamite. Santana and Ortiz were beefing during the show after Santana's match, and they're going with that storyline. I did see that they're going to actually turn their real life feud into a story on TV. Why didn't they do that with CM Punk and the Elite? Hopefully it's good. We'll see how that works out. The fact that we didn't get the Samoa Joe is a crime in WWE. Yeah, like, this Samoa Joe is fantastic. I just wish he would have won. He's having all these dominant performances, but he doesn't win. He lost to CM Punk, and then he lost to MJF. I think that's... Eventually, he's got to win something. He's got to win something. So, how y'all feeling about Toni Storm, though? Y'all roasting the Outcast. The Outcast is basically like losing control. Oh, like damage control, basically. Yeah, I think Toni Storm is easily one of the best things. Toni Storm's character is awesome. Toni Storm through her flip-flops, yep. Toni reaching her potential character development finally took a long time. I like that there's a consequence when someone loses the title. Toni Storm is the perfect example of a character development. Yeah, she lost her mind for losing that title. Make him double champ in Ring of Honor by defeating Kingston later down the line. Who? Make who double champ? Joe? Probably. Christian has been teasing a lot for Edge. He said he doesn't have any friends at the All Out scrum when a reporter asked him about Edge. Man, let's see how things turn out. We'll definitely see how things turn out. Let me see here. You know what? I think we've said what we need to say. Let me go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here and making me a part of your day. As always, thank you for, coming up here, chat with me in the live chat. Those of you watching me afterwards, leave your comments down below. And do all the YouTube things. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, donate, whatever way you want to. Continue to support me, y'all. So, tomorrow we'll be up here to live react to part 2 of Impact 1000. And then Friday is SmackDown. And after that, we got a week to do Wrestle Dream. And so Wrestle Dream. And then after that is WWE's show, which is Fastlane. So, hey, we're going to keep trucking along, y'all. I'm going to get me some sleep. Thank you guys for watching me. Always know, no matter what time it is, when it is, whatever it is, you are always welcomed right here in Alex's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. This is Alex, just Alex, signing out. Peace.
When you're